Welcome to Bourbon Master. I'm your host, Chris Wilkie. Let's get right to it. Devour Indianapolis. Devour Downtown is an event that happens late January every year. They also have a summer version, I believe. And basically, if you're not in the bar or the restaurant industry, January, July, and June, I know that's not the correct thing. I always want to say July 1st, are slow months. They call them the J months in the restaurant industry. And basically, you have people either restricting budgets, on diets, away, dry January, you have people taking summer vacation. They're the months your restaurants and bars are not very busy. So what does Indianapolis do? And I think this is a really good idea. They set up an event where you are encouraged to go try restaurants you never try because they have a discounted menu that you can go and enjoy to get a taste of that area. Honestly, a really cool idea. So tonight, this is why I'm doing videos. My son is with the in-laws, and my wife and I actually had to go up to a, strangely enough, market research over beer thing. I had got paid to go drink beer. Best day of my life. But then afterwards, we decided to go and have a little bit of a dinner. So I ended up going to 1933, tried their Devour menu. And the reason we go there, number one, they had a special. I think it was $14 for a flight of Knob Creek number 1, Savage and Cook, I believe is what it's called. It's the bourbon is finished in wine barrels, wine cask, and they got 3 different ones. I know there's Cab and Sauvignon Blanc was in there. So I had that, and then I had the Woodford number 21. Funny story on that. We'll talk about that in just a few. So I got those. I got to try the Elijah Toasted Barrel. I also got to try Uncle Nearest. I think it was 1857. I'm not exactly sure. I never got to see the bottle. Got to try a nice little cocktail. And then I actually went and tried some other things, but we're going to focus on Devour right now. So I went to 1933. As you've seen, it's in my top bourbon bars in that Indiana area. I just find the staff delightful. The wife loves the food. And it was a Monday through Wednesday. So this time during Devour, they were giving you $10 off the meal if you were there Monday through Wednesday. So what did we get? Well, number one, I got the 3 a.m. Thirsties. Everything there is very good, but it's very heavily seasoned. So you're very thirsty when you're done. In terms of food, we got shrimp cocktail, 3 shrimp cocktail. We got a Caesar salad, and we got a 11-ounce prime rib. Split all of that. Total was $38 for that meal. It's outstanding. Then I got the bourbon flight for $14. Not bad. It's got those 3 pours in there. The wife had a few cocktails. So when I looked down the pours, Knob Creek of the night there, easily, the Knob Creek number 1 was my favorite. It's got some cherry, it's got some maples, it had some vanilla. It was sweet, yet fruity, and very smooth on the back finish. Then I got to try the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. The bartender was very nice to try me a little sample because it was one of his favorites. And had a lot of robust flavor. Heavy on the caramel, heavy on a little bit, almost tasted a little salted. I know that wasn't the case, but it almost did. And it had a little bit of minerality at the end. It's kind of what I caught with it. Very good. You could taste the extra char there. Really enjoyed that one. The Savage and Blanc, Cook, whatever it was, not my favorite. Least favorite of the evening. It had a dry wine finish. It had a very good, fruit cobbler, especially like apple cherry cobbler, but it wasn't my favorite. It was good. Don't get me wrong. I would drink it, but I would not go back and order a pour of that at all. Woodford number 21, I've had that before. So funny story, we actually found a bottle of this by accident at an Elks Lodge while I was bartending, and then another bartender came in. We may have drank the majority of the bottle that evening with a set of good friends. It got accidentally delivered there. Not really sure how that happened. Not really going to ask a question about it, but we had a good time. So I've had this one, and it actually was way more minty than I ever thought it was. Had a little bit of cedar, a lot of mint to it. It was very delicious. It was definitely up there on my tastings this evening. I highly recommend that flight. It gives you a nice little bit of boom, bourbon cherry. It gives you a nice little bit of boom. Wow, that's interesting. A little bit of that winey dryness, some good flavors. Then you get the little bit of kind of a dessert finish with that mint and a little bit of that cedar. It's this nice little palate cleanser at the very end. So that's what I had this night. If you have not tried Devour, go check out the menus. I know it's ending this week, so if you're watching this, it's currently January 31st. They usually do it the last 2 weeks of January. Make sure to go out and see this. Check again in July or June when they do it again, and go visit these restaurants. They have to stay open all year because you want these places to be there for you. But at the same time, know they have down months. As a responsible drinker and restaurant patron, you need to make sure you encourage yourself to go and attend and visit on these months. You never know when one little visit may make the difference of will they be open next year or not. So I always encourage you to go out, try new things, and make sure to tip the bartenders or your wait staff. So cheers, Ron. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys all later.